Prisoners at Eastern State Penitentiary were hooded every time they were moved, not to disorient them during transport, to prevent them from ever seeing the building they lived inside or the faces of the people they lived alongside. That was the design. Eastern State opened in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1829, built around a radial floor plan with cell blocks extending outward from a central hub. The architecture was deliberate. Guards standing at the hub could see down every corridor at once. Prisoners, sealed in individual cells, could see nothing at all. The institution pioneered what became known as the Pennsylvania system: total solitary confinement and enforced silence. Every hour of every day. The thinking was that isolation would produce reflection, and reflection would produce reform. Charles Dickens visited in 1842 and came away with a different conclusion. He wrote that the psychological effect on the men confined there was severe, and that the institution's defenders simply did not understand what prolonged solitary confinement actually did to a person. The prison continued operating for over 100 years after Dickens made that observation. It closed in 1971 and then sat abandoned, the cell blocks open to weather, the walls crumbling. It was never demolished. Today it stands as a stabilized ruin in Philadelphia, open to the public. You can walk the corridors. What remains unresolved is the same question Dickens raised in 1842. Whether the men who built this place ever genuinely believed it was helping anyone, or whether they simply never looked closely enough to know.